morning everyone, how are we all today? I hope you're all doing well. Happy 27th of October. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I am all kitted up because I am just about to head out to the post box. I do have a little parcel that I need to post today, and pickup is 9 a.m. It is nearly 8:10, so I'm going to get a wiggle on and go and get this posted. I am wearing a me-made cowl. This is the Monsoon season cowl by Twinset and Pearl, and the yarn is hand-dyed by Fruitful Fusions. Absolutely adore Ishrat's yarn, and yeah, this is quite a special make. But yes, I will explain it a little bit more later. I keep knocking my plant. Never good. Anyway, I need to head on out, as I said, get this posted, and then I'll be back in a moment. Hello everyone, I am back from posting my little parcel. It's very cold out there, but it also means that it's now very hot in the house. It feels hot, but yes, I will take this off, and then I will set up to open day 9? Day 9 of the Wednesday 13 Days of Halloween box by Beehive Yarns. So I'll check back in a moment. Hello again everyone. I have just opened day 9 of the Wednesday Halloween box. So if I show you that, oh gosh, hang on. Oof, my hair, I look like I've been dragged through a hedge. So here is today's colour. It is very similar to yesterday's colour, but there it is. And I will hold it up next to yesterday's colour just to give you... So it is extremely similar. From my eye, it looks like this one, which is today's one, is starting to edge towards pink rather than purple. And I think that is the subtle difference between the two. As I say, it's very subtle, but I think we are heading towards pink. I will hold them up properly a bit later, but now I just need to get myself a cuppa. I need a snack as well because I am very hungry. Yes, so I'm going to sort that out, and I am getting back to work. So I'll speak to you all in a little bit. Good afternoon, everyone. I am back for my final check-in of today. I managed to finish just a tiny little bit earlier today, which was nice. So I have done some progress on my mystery knit along, which I will show you towards the end of this video. But first, I do have to show you my lovely cowl that I was wearing earlier. So this is the Monsoon Season Cowl by Joanna Herriot of Twinset and Pearl, and the yarn is dyed by the lovely Ishrat of Fruitful Fusion. And if I hold that up, you can see that there's this lovely, if I hold it up the right way around, so there's this lovely almost shell-like motif down this bottom, and then as you come towards the top, there's some really nice, it's essentially knit one purl ones going on with this beautiful ridge going down it. It's absolutely beautiful. The colourway is absolutely stunning. The colourway, as I said, is dyed by Ishrat at Fruitful Fusion, and the colourway is called Monsoon. I don't know if she still stocks it, but it is one of her charity colourways. And honestly, as soon as I saw the yarn and that it was coming out, I had to have the yarn. And then obviously the pattern is absolutely beautiful. So it was a very highly anticipated pattern and yarn for myself. So I was very happy to get this cast on and to make this. I also managed to make it for when I went to Yorkshire Yarn Fest earlier this year, where I actually got the chance to meet both Ishrat and Rachel and Joanna of Twinset and Pearl. So I got to meet the designer as well and the yarn dyer. So yeah, I was so pleased, and I do absolutely adore this cowl. Highly recommend it. It is more challenging than it looks. And that, by challenging, I simply mean that it took me a lot longer to make than I initially planned. I was thinking, oh, it's a cowl, it's not going to take that long. But actually, if I bring this closer to you, you can see these knit stitches. They are knit with one of the yarns. There were 2 yarns used in this cowl. So these knit stitches were using one of the yarns, and then the other stitches, which are the pearl stitches, are using another yarn. So if I show you the back, you can see that there's yarn carried for every single stitch. Now, it's very laborious, but the effect is stunning, and I think you'll possibly agree. It's just such a beautiful design, and if I show you these shells, it was a similar situation down here as well. So the yarns that I used, as I say, they were dyed by Fruitful Fusion. The knit stitches here, this was the main, what I would consider the main yarn, because it's the one that's the most prominent. That is, see, I don't know where I've put the ball bands, which is a real shame, but it is a mixture of merino and silk. So that is why they've got this sort of sheen to them, well, almost sheen. And that would be the silk content in that yarn. It's absolutely beautiful. And then the pearl stitches in between, it's actually fluffy. You can just about see that across the top there. It is actually fluffy, and I used Suri alpaca. Both those yarns were from Ishrat of Fruitful Fusions, and they were dyed in the Monsoon colourway. I really treated myself for this cowl, and I'm so glad I did. It's absolutely beautiful, and I do highly recommend it as a make. It's lovely. But yes, as I say, I really treated myself with this yarn, and it was just so nice to have this made, wear to the Yorkshire Yarn Fest, and actually get the chance to meet both the designer and the yarn dyer at the same time as well. It was meant to be. It was wonderful. So that was wonderful for me, and I hope they enjoyed seeing their creation made up by in the wild, basically. But yes, so I do absolutely love this project, and it's so nice that the weather's getting colder and I can start wearing these things again. So yes, Twinset and Pearl, I absolutely adore them, and Fruitful Fusion, absolutely adore her yarn. So I'm going to link them both below. I'll link the pattern below for the Monsoon season cowl, and I'll also link Ishrat's shop down below for Fruitful Fusion's yarn. Now, on to the next thing. I'll show you this first. And again, I forget the useful comment that was given to me. Oh gosh. Yes, I did have a very useful comment about using a dowel for holding up advent yarns, essentially. And I think that's a great idea. I do not have a dowel. I have chopsticks and I have wooden spoons. I'm a bit nervous to use the wooden spoons in case they catch on the yarn. The chopsticks would be fine. But none of those are to hand. I could use Titanic's mast, but that would mean dismantling Titanic, and I'm not sure I'm feeling up to that right now. Anyway, I'm just going to attempt to hold them all up. So I think you can guess what's coming. I opened what day are we on? Day 9 of the wonderful Wednesday 13 Days of Halloween box by Beehive Yarns. Now, I've been absolutely loving opening this box, and I really hope that you've been enjoying watching these yarns come into fruition, if you will. They've really developed lovely. So today's colourway is called Not Hugging is Kind of Our Thing. Yes, wonderful. And here it is. So as I said in my video earlier, yeah, this light's pretty nice actually. As I said in my video earlier, this is extremely similar to yesterday's colour. Just show you those speckles up close a little bit. Very nice. So if I hold up yesterday's colour, I'm hoping this light will, yeah, there we go, see? So this light should show it a lot better. If I hold them that way, I can actually see what I'm doing. So today's colour is more pink than yesterday's colour. So yesterday's colour, I've got those the right way around. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Have I swapped them round somehow? Oh, I don't know. But I think that today's colour is a lot more pink than yesterday's. So let me just put them down and I'm going to try and hold them all up. This is going to be fun. Okay. Oh, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Okay, so we can see that, can't we? So day 1 over here, I'm just checking I haven't left any in the box. And day 9 is over here. So you can see we are progressing obviously from dark to lighter. And then I feel like we might be going a little bit darker again and into the pinks is what I'm feeling. But, oh, yeah, I'm so pleased with these, so pleased. Yeah, I just keep looking at them and thinking, oh, what am I going to make? I'm so excited to make something wonderful. So yes, and I'm very nervous actually because I am just popping them in the box like this, completely free form. So the chances of them getting mixed up are highly likely. So I need to do something. Oh, actually, for dyeing yarn, I have some, what are they called? I have some zip ties that are reusable. So I might start putting them together, maybe in groups of 2s. I think that might be a good idea because then at least I'm not going to end up with getting them all mixed up because, as I say, these 2 are extremely similar to each other. Extremely similar. So I'd like to not get them mixed up. But yes. Anyway, that is the box. That is the yarn for today, which is beautiful. Before I show you the mystery knit along, I do quickly want to show you a little something as well because I did knit a swatch yesterday. So you will have seen throughout Vlogtober I was dyeing some yarn, and yes, I will be putting it up in my shop weekend. I won't dwell too much, but here is the final product. This is the yarn. It is called, I have given it the name Who Needs Wings. The reason for that is because it is inspired by the Peugeot Hypercar from 2023, so this year's livery. It's a lovely grey colour with some very bright, it's a yellowy green. Some lights it looks green, some lights it looks yellow. So I've tried to incorporate that here, which I think I've done all right. And then there's the lovely black speckles for the lovely black accents throughout the car. So that is the reason I've called it Who Needs Wings, is because the Peugeot Hypercar doesn't actually have a rear wing. It has like a slope, but it's not a rear wing basically. So who needs wings, right? that's where that is. So yeah, I have caked one up because what I like to do is I like to knit a swatch so that people can see what it knits up like, so that I can see what it knits up like as well. And then the swatch then gives me a good idea of what I can do as a sample for the remainder of the skein. So the beauty of being a yarn dyer is you get a sample yarn to knit stuff with. So I'll show you the swatch. There's the swatch. I'm really, really pleased with this. So what I'm thinking, looking at it, is it might work for a signed pooling. So I'm quite excited to give that a go. My apologies if you can hear that. I thought it was my stomach, but it's not. There's a helicopter outside. Yes, my stomach is that loud. So I've got a lovely smoothie here that I am slowly ploughing through because I'm so hungry. I am a cereal snacker. Yeah, it's not good. But anyway, that is the swatch. Absolutely loving it. I'm really, really pleased with how it's come out. And yeah, I'm so happy with this colourway. But that was what I knit last night because I really needed to get that done because the launch for this colourway is tomorrow morning. So I needed to get that swatch knit up. So that is one thing that I have knit on, hence why I wanted to show you. The second thing that I have knit on is, oh, I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm so excited, because there's not a lot, but I feel like I'm making headway, which I didn't think I'd be able to. So I'm about to show you the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. So I have started Clue 4. Now, please bear in mind that I have a lot of loose ends. One, I am rubbish at tying in ends. It's just my least favourite thing on a project. That's why whenever I hold up projects, I mean, case in point here, it's a tiny little swatch and there's ends. I can't help it. Yeah, I need to work on that. But especially with the Mystery Knit Along, because I'm more focused on getting the actual body, the knitting done, because I'm just so excited to work it up, the ends become just a last minute thought, I suppose. So yes, there are a lot of ends. I have been doing the Weaving Stephen, but I'm one of these people that I'm sure it works, but I haven't got enough faith in my own Weaving Stephen, if you like. I feel like it's going to come out. So although I do the Weaving Stephen where possible, I will then also go in and just sew it in just a little bit, not as much as I would normally if I hadn't done the Weaving Stephen, but just a little bit more. So that's why I don't just snip the ends off. And plus some areas you can't do the Weaving Stephen for as long as I would ordinarily do it for. But anyway, so that's the ends situation. But I have managed to do some work on Clue 4. So yes, I have picked up stitches, and yeah, I'm excited to show you actually, because I've done a lot more than I thought I'd be able to for today, considering how many stitches are on this needle. Yes, I did read a comment today as well saying about perhaps needing a longer cable for the circular needles. I agree. I think my cable is, oh, how long? I think this is the longest I could find. I haven't got the packet with me. I think it's like 120 centimetres or something like that. And that isn't, it all fits, but you know, in the true nature of having a look at what it looks like, I can't spread it out how I'd like it to. But anyway, enough of the waffle, let's get into it. So I am about to show you my progress on the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Geo Gradient. Clues 1, 2 and 3 are finished, and I'm about to show you my progress on Clue 4. So once again, spoiler warning, I am about to show you the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Geo Gradient. So here we are. And as you can see, it is bunched up. Yes, and you'll be so proud of me. I have actually put stoppers on my needles, on both of them, so I don't lose any stitches, because oh my goodness, could you imagine losing even one stitch at this point in time? Whew. I mean, if you're at this point in the pattern, you'll know why I'm stressed about losing stitches, because there are so many stitches on this needle right now. So let me hold this up the other way. There you are. That's how many stitches are on the needle. It's really bunched up. If I hold this close, you can see it's a little bit crazy in there. But you can also see, I'm gonna have to hold it up upside down, I'm afraid. It's the only way I can really do it. So you can see that I cast on, picked up with colour A, and I've actually done the first dip row. The dip 5 row, so that is that. Also, quickly as well, I'm absolutely gutted about this. So I'm going to show you the other side first, because I did a real good job this side. So where we picked up and then joined this bit, so we picked up stitches on both sides of Clue 1, and then here we needed to connect the I-cord. This side, I did a real good job, in my opinion. It looks pretty good. Now, get prepared for this. I'm so disappointed in myself because I wasn't paying attention, and that's what I did. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. What is happening here? Oh my gosh. So the I-cord looks lovely here, and then it's like, whoa, what happened here? The I chord's the other side. So yeah, I didn't do a very good job in picking up that. So obviously that's been really highlighted to me at the minute because I had to pick up stitches and work on it. So it does look a bit of a mess, but it's going to be one of those things that if you know, you know, which I do, obviously, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, which is why I am working with, half the reason I'm working with my business coach / therapist, because ordinarily I probably would have seen this at this point in the pattern and then I would have ripped back completely to do it again, because I have been in the past that much of a perfectionist, to the point that it's detrimental to me. But this is progress right here. This is progress that, speaking to my business coach / therapist, is massively helping. Yes, I'm disgruntled. Yes, it's not great, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm the only one who's going to see this. And I mean, look how big this is. No one's going to notice it. It's fine. Anyway, true transparency there. But yes, so these lovely dip stitches. I think I've got the used to them now. I'm going to show you a different section. Now I've pointed it out, can't unsee. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving the way these look. So I've got to do another row and I think a couple more rows, I think. No, I think I've only just started this colour bee. My apologies. So yeah, I think it looks absolutely beautiful. And can I turn it this way? I don't think you're gonna get I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I'm trying to show you what it looks like, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I tell you what, hang on, let me try one more thing before I give up on trying to show you this. So what I'm trying to show you, oh yeah, you can, kind of. Trying to show you it look, there we go, there you go. So that's what it's going to look like, and then obviously this is going to extend a little bit more further down, but yeah, I just really wanted to try and show you it the right way up. I can't see what you're seeing, so hopefully you can see something that looks pretty good. But yes, obviously my ends make this look ridiculous if I hold this up, but in my little solace, because these rows are so long, oh my gosh, where is my needle? Oh, don't do that to me. Oh, did you see my life flash before my eyes then? Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I think it would have to go in the naughty bin for a while if I drop the stitches. Yeah, I'm really paranoid these are going to come off. But yeah, obviously these are starting to really annoy me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and be very good with myself. And maybe after, I don't know, maybe a couple of rows, maybe after a row, I might try and sew in a couple of ends. There's no reason why I can't. I just want to knit though, that's the problem. But they are a bit ridiculous. And I know in showing you, I mean, oh, wrong end, let me toss that one over my shoulder. Look at that. It just doesn't look nice when I'm showing you. So that is one thing I'm starting to recognise when I'm having to constantly move them out the way so I can show you something. So this is something that I am going to have to learn to be better at, because obviously now that I am showing yourselves things that I'm working on, I think I'd like to be a little bit more, it's not that I don't have pride in my work, it's just that aesthetically, again, the perfectionist in me coming out, I don't know, yeah, it just looks a mess. And because I'm showing yourselves, yeah, it's just not great, is it? So I don't know where I'm going with that. But yes, I have started. We are on a very long circular needle. The other fun fact that I do, I always have a specific, I didn't tell you this when I started it, but I have a specific set of circular needles that I use for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. It's always this one. They are Knit Pro, are they Knit Pro? I think they're Knit Pro. They're Knit Pro, and they are cubics. So if I bring these up, they're actually square needles. Can you see that? I don't think you can you? Yeah, kind of. So they're square needles. I really don't think you can see that. There, that kind of shows it, doesn't it? There you go. the square needles, and I actually really like these. The cable's a bit annoying because it just has a mind of its own, but obviously when it's got work on it of this sort of length, the cable's fine because the work weighs the cable down, so the work defines the shape of the cable, whereby when you're knitting smaller things, the cable just does what it wants and gets in the way. But I always use these cubics just for this work, just for Stephen West Mystery Knit-alongs. Yeah, I don't know why. I bought them by accident for shawlography because I needed 4mm circular needle on a really long cable for my gauge anyway. And yeah, I accidentally bought cubics because it was the only thing that would ship the next day, ship for delivery the next day. And I didn't realise that cubics actually meant that they were square needles. And actually I really like them. So yeah, if you've never tried cubics, yeah, maybe look them up. They're different. They took me a little while to get used to, but actually I feel like I can grip them quite nicely. They are quite blunt, so there you go. They are quite blunt on the tip, but I'm one of these people that doesn't need the needle to be that sharp. But yes, I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but yes, cubics, fun times. But yes, there we go, Mystery Knit Along. My apologies, I went on so many tangents this episode. I think I'm just ready for the weekend, that's all. And I'm really hungry, so I need to finish my smoothie because I need to get some serious fruit in me, and I just love smoothies. Smoothies are great. Really good way of getting loads of fruit down. Yeah, in a quick manner, if you will. But yeah, I am really hungry, so I will drink that now. I will obviously sit and edit this video for you now. Tomorrow, what plans do I have tomorrow? Oh, I have stage 4 of the Tour de Watopia. So for those who don't know, I subscribe to a program software called Zwift. And what Zwift is basically a cycling app. It can be used for running now, actually. You can hook up a treadmill and use it for running, which is great. And what it is essentially is just a digital world that has a lot of different routes programmed into it. So in terms of cycling, you can go in and you can just cycle a set route. So say like I wanted to cycle the volcano. There's a volcano in Zwift, so it's got its own map, its own world, and there's different terrains, there's different elevations and everything. It's absolutely fantastic. But yes, so I go on there. At the minute they are doing their Tour of Watopia. Watopia is the name of this digital world, and it's similar to the Tour de France in that there's different stages. There's only 5, I think there's only 5. So we're nearly there. We're on the fourth stage tomorrow. Last week was actually, I don't know if I said this actually, but last week was the mountain stage, and it was rough. It was really tough. But one thing that I discovered on Monday, so I did the mountain stage. It was called the Alpe de Zwift is what it's called. This specific mountain. And what I discovered on the Monday after doing this mountain is that the Alpe de Zwift is modelled off Alpe d'Huez. So if anybody watches the Tour de France, Alpe d'Huez is the mountain stage in the Tour de France. And apparently this mountain in the game is modelled as a replica, a digital replica of the Alpe d'Huez. And apparently it is very similar to riding up Alpe d'Huez. So technically that's what I did last weekend, which it just blows my mind, but it also explains why my legs were giving up and why I was struggling so much. It was hard, but what an achievement, hey? I was so proud of myself. But anyway, totally going off on tangent here. So yes, that is what I'm doing tomorrow. It's around about 2 o'clock that we're doing that. So I do that with my partner. We've got our bikes set up next to each other. It's all very cute. I think I entertain him while we're riding. I do jabber on. I mean, this is a prime example. I jabber on. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so we do it together. It's really nice. We spur each other on, which is good. And yes, that is what I'm doing at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So for the rest of the day, oh, I've got my colourway launch tomorrow morning. So I've just got to make sure that everything is uploaded and ready for that to go. And then what else do I have to do tomorrow? Oh, work on mystery knit along, of course. I would like to finish my toadstool. So I started a toadstool, a Toft toadstool. And all I've got to do is crochet on the little spots on the cap. So I just need to finish that off and then that's done. I would like to do some more work on my pink fizz. I would also like to pick up my flax sweater again and get that finished. I do have a couple of gift projects that just need working on. So I think tomorrow's going to be a bit of an all over the place day in terms of projects. But I also do want to do some gaming. So I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. But first and foremost, I am having a lion tomorrow. That is happening. Oh, and I'll be opening some more Wednesday yarn as well. So I think that covers everything. My apologies, just checking the time. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. It's a bit of a big one today. My apologies for that. I just like to go on. I like to talk. I like to waffle. I spend most of the day in the house on my own, so you know I've got to talk to someone. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you have an absolutely amazing rest of the day and that you've got some lovely plans for this weekend. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.